Hi, I'm Allison with Willfully Guided Horsemanship. A big part of my program is teaching people to be capable with their horses. What I see a lot is that people fall into traps with their horses because their horses get used to them and will allow them to do things that aren't necessarily the best way to go about something horsemanship-wise. So I'm always encouraging my clients and audience to think about doing things in a way that works with all horses in all situations. Today I'm going to talk just briefly about probably my biggest pet peeve, which is haltering your horse improperly. So a lot of times the problems that you have with horses start, even from just when you go out and get them in their field. The things that you do to work with your horse, you want it to be consistent and work with horse behavior and, the nature of your horse. So the way that I see most people halter their horses is they'll come up here to their horse and it's loose in the field and they'll walk up here like this and they're going to, a lot of times women are shorter and so they feel like they can't reach their horse to put their halter on in whatever way. And so they come up here and they do this. So first they go into this blind spot with their horse, fish it up over their nose, and they're coming from somewhere blind just like that. And then they're going to go like this up underneath their horse and fling this up, taking a chance of knocking it into their horse's ears, flinging something quick from a blind area up past your horse's eye on the offside. It's really set up to fail. So people's individual horses will get to where they'll tolerate that. But it's just the wrong way to go about it. It doesn't work at all with horse nature. So the proper way to halter your horse is you're going to hold your halter in one hand, both the long end and the short end. When you approach your horse, you're going to reach over his neck. You're going to reach under his neck with your left hand. You're going to take a hold of the long end with your offhand. And now here you have a hold of your horse. So if this horse tries to move away from me, I've got a hold of him. I'm not tied to him. I don't have the rope tied around his neck or anything like that, but I've got a hold of him, control over him. So now I'm going to reach down here, present the halter to my horse, ask her to stick her nose in here. And now I've got a hold here. So even if I'm a very short person, I can still reach over a pretty tall horse because all I have to be able to do is reach over their withers. So then here I'm going to tie a proper knot. So I'm going to show you how to tie a proper knot because I've seen all manner of, knots tied here. So if I'm tying this rope halter here, this is the proper way. I'm going to go under the back side of the loop, through here, under the back side, and back out this way with the tail facing this way. The reason you tie this knot like that is because if this horse pulls back or gets bound up somehow, I can always loosen this knot by just pushing here. So no matter how tight it gets, it's possible to be loosened. So I'll show you again real quick the steps for haltering your horse properly. Hold your halter in one hand. You're going to walk up to your horse, reach over its neck, reach underneath with the long end of the halter, fish it up and over her nose, and then tie the knot. I am not going to approach my horse and try to fish it up from underneath him. Okay, so again, you have to remember that everything you do with your horse is affecting it. You're either training or untraining your horse. You're either building or not building a relationship with them. And so that's great. Your horse will allow you to get away with a lot of things because of that. So I want you to be really conscientious about thinking about approaching everything you do with your horse in a manner that would allow you to do that with all horses. I hope that this helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions, you can visit www.willfullyguided.com. Love to have your suggestions for videos. And remember, enjoy your horses.